What's up, YouTube? Took the day off today, so figured I'd get a video of pretty much the majority of the tanks and where they kind of stand. Here we are in the living room. I'll just kind of give you guys a little overview of it. There's the 125, but we'll start to the left and go right. The multi-tank. A lot of these tanks in here are Cichlids, guys, and a couple of my projects, a lot of quarantines. I'll show you a little bit on, certain ones and how I have them running filtration wise and lights and whatever. This one's been running for about a year with these guys in it, and they've killed off who they didn't want, and they finally settled in and started breeding. I leave the algae in the tanks and let the babies feed on it, but see if I can get a view of these guys in here. They got really blue eyes, yellow tops, gorgeous little fish. These are actually the smallest cichlids in the world. There's a few of them in there. There's a lone Calvus in there too. They killed his buddy a while back. The 125 here. I finally got some of these rocks off this piece of driftwood yesterday. I took about 30 pounds of rock off of it, and it's sustaining underwater, so getting happy with that. I can finally get rid of those zip ties. I might just get a piece of slate and tie her on down. A couple Plago caves in there. The blues, Dempsey's, a female convict albino, just super pretty fish. When she's all colored up, ready to breed, her breeding dress is gorgeous, very gorgeous. Convicts are great fish. It's just in a community settings, you better have some big boys in there to hang with them. The big guy, some of the loaches. I had about 9 or 10 bristlenose plecos in here. I've moved a lot of them. They were just crapping up the joint. They're already crapping this up. I just did a water change on this about 10 minutes ago. The opposite side of the tank here. Nobody really hangs out down here. I've got a lot of flow in this tank. Something I wanted to show you guys. Up here, my jet coming out from my sump pump. I'm gonna stick my hand in here and show you this. I mean, that's running up my arm, almost going up. It could go up the tank if I deflected the right way. I mean, that's just the sump. And I got an FX5 running on it too, which is down in there. I'll show you that in a second. But something goes down the back. Let me see if I got my flashlight here. There we go. See if you guys can see this. You got a water sock in there. Goes down and through this acrylic wall. Got some lava rock in there. This is a test. A lot of them saltwater guys use these bioplastics to reduce nitrates and phosphates in the tank. They run protein skimmers with them. This is fresh water. I figured I'd try it. Been running it for a while. My levels have dropped in this tank, but a lot of things have been changing at the same time, along with bio load and all that stuff with the plecos added. I've added maybe 7 or 8 of them in the last couple months. So the bio load's gotten really bad on this. Once I've added this reactor, the gunk really started showing up in this water sock. And basically there's just another wall over there. It goes into the return pump. The overflow, I've had many overflows on this tank. I've had some do-it-yourself PVC ones, but this isn't a drilled tank. It's a continuous siphon overflow. You have this little pump that continually pulls. I've done real-time tests. Check out my other videos. I actually have one on that particular item. Down here, my failure at guppies. This used to be a quarantine tank. I got all the sides painted, the bottom painted black. I had a bunch of guppies in here, and they just started killing each other. They had a few babies. There's one of them. Looks like a male. Got a lot of color in it, which I don't need. Started with like 4 males and about 13, 14, 15 females, and they just went nuts. I think it's that guy. Cool little flame tail on them. Anyways, this was a quarantine. Now it's not. It's going to be. The guppies are going to get put in one of the planted tanks. That's another one in quarantine. I'm not going to show those. But green terrors, this one's getting ready to go in a quarantine actually. I've got some rhino plecos in here. This is a 75. There's 6 green terrors in here. They're going to be part of a breeding project. But I believe they have some kind of internal parasite. They're not eating as well as they should. The colors aren't bright. They're just, something's wrong with it. I just have to go get the meds and continue to monitor them. And you got the computer tank over, or the computer over there. But this was the first planted. This one wasn't started too long ago. Maybe 2 months, maybe at the most. Like I said, I've killed everything green underwater. This one actually did pretty well. I've trimmed this one a lot. I'm starting to have an algae problem. There's this dark stuff. It's really dark, hairy crap. It's unlike the stuff in the other 40 that was brown. This is darker stuff. Probably some different colored name algae, I don't know. But got some cardinals, some of the Resbora heps. The moss, well, I gotta like trim that up. That's gone ridiculous. And haven't really been paying attention to it. The snails, I love snails. They actually live in my sump. I'll take them when they get overpopulated, but these ones I have no idea what they are. They just, I pull them out of my sump and they keep spawning, having babies. I feed them to my loaches when they get overpopulated, but I kind of like them in there. Bunch of autos, couple plecos in there too that I've moved out of the 125. This tank, I have a video on this one. It's a desktop tank. This is Jen's 125, and I took the light off on one of the quarantine tanks because really you don't need one on there. This one on the right, the convict tank, showed you in a second. Blue, so I had to do something to show it to you guys. I wish I could get that HRP to come out. Oh, there it is. Really, well, not as blue today, but usually when they're, most of these fish, when they're in this driftwood, they can color up very well. I mean, very, very well. I've noticed it with most of the cichlids I have. The electric blues, the Nicks, the Viejas, Dovies, Honduran red points, convicts, all of them. Driftwood, they color up, especially when they're close to it. And here we got some of the fry we like to keep. A lot of the fry we get rid of or feed or whatever. We tend to grow some out. We've got oddballs all over the place. That Jack Dempsey in the first 125 there has a couple of guys that I've spawned and grown out and kept. I don't know where all these guys are at. Probably all hiding underneath this stuff. I added all this new pot pieces, and there's some angels in there, some marble convicts. There's one of the convicts. Damn angels went and hid. Little suckers. Well, there's one of them back there. Black background. You can't really see them. They're black. They're like mixed. Cute little suckers though. And over here, just the marble convicts. They haven't had light in like a week, so they're probably freaked out, but there's Mama. She's still guarding her fry from the last batch that we left in there with her, so she doesn't take it out on him, which it looks like she's starting to. He's beginning to dig his own pit. It's time to start feeding them some protein. In the bedroom, still a little bit of a mess. Got a 29 quarantine up here. It's got a Salvini in it. Lights are off. They're always off in the quarantine tanks, except on water change day. This is that 55 community. Well, not really community. It's more of a grow out tank. It's got all the Viejas in it. Argentia, Fenestratus, Budicoferi. These little belly crawlers, not sure their actual name. But this is a real fun tank to feed, actually. So much personality in them. This guy right here, he like knows what's going on all the time. He's gorgeous fish, gorgeous fish. The community tank. Get a couple good shots of these guys in here. This is a really nice tank. People enjoy the videos on this one a lot. Just rearranged it the other day because the cribs keep spawning. They cause a lot of aggression. They're pretty mean for what they are, but they keep spawning, causing aggression across the tank. Got keyholes again. Oh, and they spawn. There's some eggs for you guys. See, like I said, the angels spawned the other day. They ate their eggs. A couple days later, keyholes have some babies. I wouldn't be surprised in the next 3 or 4 days if I have babies from these guys. And then there's one of the Honduran red point spawns. See, we got these. And there's albino cribs from another crib set we had. Underneath that's the 40 planted, which I think's looking like shit. But I'll get some help from you guys. I'm gonna start getting rid of a lot of this stuff. Get up on that CO2 that I've just been neglecting and just haven't filled it back up or recharged it, whatever you want to say. Didn't clean the tank, didn't really do much with it, just kind of been working, staying away from it. These things can't be neglected. The peacock tank, they just all went and hid. Skittish fish, man. I really don't think I'm going to be keeping Africans much longer. Besides the Tanganyikans, wonderful fish, maybe West Africans, Jules, the Cribensis, they're definitely West. And then one of the females. There's one of the males. They're digging bastards. This tank's really nice when it's all set and flat, but when they start digging, the egg crate starts showing. And I'll show you the other African tank over here. This is the Malawi, but there they go digging. Sorry so long, guys. I can't really do this short. I kind of skipped through a few. Probably gonna get rid of these guys as well in the future. We'll see what happens. Kind of need a tank space for my monsters. The Africans, all of them, Tanganyikas, Malawis, they're all new to me. I've had them a year and a half maybe. Was trying them out because so many people recommended them. It's just different. I'm a substrate spawner type person, bigger fish, but they are enjoyable to watch if you can get the ratio and everything right. And then down here, this is the red terror tank. It's hard to get a shot on it, guys. I'm sitting on my bed, or actually laying on it, so you guys can get a view at it. Like I said, small place, lots of tanks. I had to start double stacking them. Maybe I can get that Goldie in there. There's that other gold nugget flake. I don't know how well you guys can see it, but doesn't really do much. Hangs out in there, chills. Loves the wood. These guys, I'm excited to see them color up. You guys will see them sooner or later when they're all good and pretty. And some of the other tanks, I got another tank in quarantine there. And this one here is going to be a fry tank. It's just got water in it. There's nothing running in it. It's been sitting there for a while. But that's it, guys. Any questions on anything? Something you want to see? I don't know. Comments. Click subscribe.